couple of weeks' time, the Ghana Black Stars will take on Angola and Niger in the Afcon opener double header. And as we do here on the channel, we'll look at the possible squad that will be named by Black Stars coach Otuado. I'll not be doing this alone. Along with my good friend here, Delali, we have put together the possible, first of all, goalkeepers and defenders. Welcome to the channel, Delali.
It's always a pleasure to be around.
Yeah, so the Black Stars versus Angola and Niger. Before we get into the players, goalkeepers and defenders, what do you expect in the first two games?
I think we should be able to win. At home, we are playing against Angola,
Yeah.
And then away in Niger. I think they are games that we should win. Angola would have been a stubborn side, but once we are playing at Barbara Sports Stadium, we don't lose matches there. So obviously, I don't think this Black Stars wants to be the first country, the first group of players to start losing at the Barbara Sports Stadium. So I have a strong feeling that Ghana would win. And then away from home is Niger. Come on. If you look at our group, if there's a game that we need to win, it's Niger. Because the next opponent is South Sudan. It's Sudan. Yeah. I should say Sudan. Yeah, that's like looks like may be a stubborn side because of the relationship we have with their coaches. So I think these two games we should get 6 points. Anything than 6 points is a failure for me.
Well, quite optimistic there from Delali. But as usual, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. We'll jump right into it without much ado. And our goalkeepers, the list we put together. I'll mention the goalkeeper, and Delali will let us know why we settled on those goalkeepers. Lawrence Atizigi, I think obviously Atizigi makes it.
Yeah, he is the number one now. Until anything changes, like he continues to be the number one. Once he continues to get enough playing time, he continues to excel at his club side. He's always our number one.
Yeah, Joseph Wallacott is the next one here.
I think,
despite him not getting as much playing time, conceding 6 goals in preseason and all that.
I think
why does he still make the cut for us here?
He's our next best option. I think unfortunately we are not really blessed. I'm not saying we don't have a lot of goalkeepers out there, because you'll be surprised by the number of names that will come out. But big names goalkeepers that have made because this is Black Stars.
And one thing we came across was that our goalkeepers hardly ever get regular playing time.
Yes,
for their clubs.
Most of the Ghanaian goalkeepers that we also are familiar with are not getting consistent playing time for their club side. So I think as at now, Wallacott is easily is the next best option available to us.
Yeah, so Joe Wallacott makes it, and the last one, it was quite a tough one, but we settled on Frederick Asante. Delali, why Frederick?
I think it's Frederick not because he's the best goalkeeper we can find, but because of consistency. And I think I was fortunate to have a conversation with Fatal Dada when they selected Asari ahead of Solomon Agbasi, and his answer, I think, is something that would still influence his decision, because he said, based on how Otuado wants to play, Asari is the third option. Because the third goalkeeper doesn't often get to play.
Yeah.
So that one is like you are there to support and learn.
Yeah.
And they've been able to train Asari to understand how the coaches wants to play, and easily. He's the best, because they don't also come and spend a lot of time. Because the game is on fits. The players should be around second thereabout they are going to play. So be now where they go do skirmishes again. So I think they would call him again. And also it's also going to give Fatal Dada and the goalkeepers department and the goalkeeping department an opportunity to have at least one consistent player that that you can rely on in the future. You get me? So I think they should just maintain him until somebody show up, some Maradona goalkeeper be show up for some. You know what I'm talking about? Until we go get some young goalkeeper be where they do some killer moves be there. We still maintain the column.
So Agbesi is hurt actually, so that's why we didn't include him. And Jordan Emisa was a notable mention. I think.
But I think Jordan, after the U20, I really know that he
have not really enough. And the Bolivian guy too has decided to go for Bolivia.
I don't think he has played officially.
So you still think?
Yeah, I don't know whether he would come and play for Ghana, but when Bolivia called him, he didn't kick a game. I think he left. They also announced that he got injured and then he left. Like he got injured and he left the camp. So he actually didn't play any game for them. And so we don't know what would happen, but we could see. But
Okay.
so far, they're challenge.
So let's get into the defenders immediately. Okay, Gideon Mensah at left back, along with Ebenezer Annan. Two of your choices for you, actually.
Yeah, because left back, you know, I told you that
Yeah.
this
And
off air
Abdul
that-
Baba Rahman. We mentioned
Yeah,
Abdul
yeah,
Baba
Baba Rahman.
Rahman.
Baba
Could he
Rahman's-
reconsider his
Baba Rahman-
reason?
Baba Rahman's own is that the player just needs to be available, and the coach will call him because
Yeah.
we need that.
We need him.
I've said that.
He scored in the qualifiers recently.
Yes,
we need
yes.
him. We need him.
The truth is that if you look at our squad, the only position that there's no competition is the left back. Gideon Mensah doesn't have any competition there. Because if you look at the second options the coaches will bring, there are always players that would come and sit bench and allow him to play.
Yeah.
But Baba Rahman's presence puts a lot of pressure on even Gideon himself, and also makes him a bit more competitive. Because sometimes
and makes him perform better.
yes, and sometimes he becomes a bit more relaxed. But for Baba Rahman's own, Charlie, if you understand the guy, he really go through him. And he doesn't, he's that kind of cool guy on pen one sem, so he wouldn't want to come and jinx anything with a more form of Black Stars. But if he decides to change his mind, we could see.
In the center of defense, Jiku, no questions about that one.
Exactly.
Jerome Opoku, he's proving
They'll
quite
bring him,
pivotal. Abdul Momen as well.
I think
Otuado
likes him.
Otuado likes him. I think he got his chance last time out. I was
He has
really
played
excited for him.
twice,
really excited for him because he's not been getting chances when he
call
gets
him
into
when
the
they
team.
make it
Yeah.
play.
And Mohamed Salisu scored in preseason.
I think he
it's
needed
obvious.
consistent playing time, and now he's getting it. So.
And Patrick Fife as well. He's
yeah,
joined a new
I think
club.
because you know,
And he has made himself available.
Available,
And
like-
the fact that his switch to Ghana was not complete.
yeah, I think
So
he
we
said
all
it.
thought that
he didn't,
it was.
he didn't have a passport.
Yeah, he didn't have. He
a
now
Ghanaian
has it, so
passport.
it's obvious that he should be in there. Another one for me, which was contentious, Joseph Edu. He's
I think
just
because of the
gotten back.
injury,
he would not be.
he will not be caught because he hasn't gotten enough playing time, and his club will not even allow
that to
us
happen.
to call him and just come and aggravate his injury. Patrick Pfeiffer's own is what I think it will be. Maybe your man will call him, but or maybe no will call him.
Okay, so at right back, the final part, we look at Ali Duseidu, obvious choice there. Ali
Senior man
Duseidu.
Ali.
Tariq
The goods.
Lamptey.
Tariq Lamptey, I read that his coach said he won't be available for their first game in the English Premier League.
Oh, then he's not going to be available for.
So
Ghana.
I don't know.
How about Dennis Otto, a final one?
I think they will call Dennis because of the left backup.
Backup.
I think.
Well, so those are a possible starting 11 as well. Possible squad for the game. The defenders, the defensive line, goalkeepers, and the defenders. Let us know your thoughts in the comments box. It's going to be an interesting game at the Kumasi Babayara Sports Stadium. You can be sure that we will be there to cover it for you. Dalali, thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great week.